Hello everybody, today we're going to make this really cool card using my Cricut and my Gypsy and my Cri-Kits little gel pens. All you're going to need are pop dots and 3D quilling glue. The cartridges I used are this cafe cut from my community, this little cut right here from Sweethearts. This cut is from Sweethearts, and then on the inside, Happy Anniversary is from Sweethearts, and First is from Jasmine. I'm going to explain to you the layers. These Cri-Kits are grand. They're little gel pens, and there's this little housing that replaces your blade housing. This is a pen housing. It's got a little magnet on the end, and you just slide it in there, and it pops into place. And you put it anywhere you want something to draw instead of cut out. Here, my puppy. Okay. I know that you probably can't see this really good, but if you'll bear with me while I explain how to do this card, because I've got some important information. On your Gypsy screen, if you've not noticed it before, there are layers that you can add up here. If you add this little plus mark, it'll say layer 1, and if you add plus, you can get layer 2, and if you add plus again, you can get layer 3. This card, I used 4 layers on my Gypsy. Now, I've not used my layer feature, but a couple of times before, since I make cards, I think I had always thought it'd be more useful for scrapbooks. But with the Cri-Kits ink pens, this layer feature is just going to be grand. So I've added 4 layers to this card, and I'm going to explain each of those layers. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Okay, on my first layer, I laid out the shadow cut of the cafe. I duplicated that, and I flipped it, and I put it side to side, and I overlapped it, and then I welded those together. And they'll turn red when they're welded. Also, on layer number 1, I laid out the little white heart that's got the little man and woman cut out. And then I laid out the little man and woman, and I laid out this shadow heart for this, but I made it just a little bit bigger where it's going to show around that. And there's going to be complete size instructions for all these cuts on my blog, www.aplaceformycards.blogspot.com. This was too small for me to pop up, so I cut this out twice. On layer 1, you're going to see this cut out twice, and I glued one on top of the other to make it thick, kind of like chipboard. Okay, let me show you layer 1. Okay, now on layer 2, on each of those layers, you're going to see this little eye, and that's a little eyeball. You can tap on that eye and the layers for the layer to show, or you can tap on that eye for the layer not to show. And if you have all of the eyes tapped where the layer shows, you can see each and every layer. Or if you just want to see 2 of the layers, you can have the eye open for just 2 of the layers, and you can play with that and see exactly what I'm talking about. On layer number 2, I laid out the shadow cut. All that's on layer 2 is the shadow cut for the cafe. Make sure that you make the shadow cut the very same size as you did the shadow cut on layer 1. Then on layer 2, lay out the shadow cut the very same size, and that's all you're going to have on that layer. And let me show you that layer. Okay, on layer 3, the thing that's going to be on layer 3 is going to be the regular cut for the cafe that has all these details. And you can, what I did was I made it where I could see layer 2 under layer 3, and I lined this up perfectly. And I'm going to tell you about cutting that out in just a minute, but right now, the first shot you're going to see is layer 3 without anything under it. And then I'm going to show you 2 shots this time, and then the second shot you're going to see is layer 3 where you can see layer 2 under it, and you'll see a gray lines around the black lines, and those gray lines are what's from layer 1. It's the shadow cut, and the reason it's in gray is only one layer is going to cut out when you cut out your thing, you will only cut out one layer at a time. So let me show you both those cuts.